Introduction about ourselves. I am Gunmeen Kohli. I'm the portfolio manager at DR Choksi FinServ, the PMS division. And I'm also advising the prop book, which Devin sir is running on his own. So our PMS is today around 650 crores, discretionary, non-discretionary. That's our AUM. And our assets under management are around 4,000 crores. That's asset under advisory. So that's a brief about us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rahul, Gurvin, whoever wants to start, you guys can.
Yeah, we can have a start. We have read all your, the presentation and the DRHP. So why not if we get a small brief by Paramjeet sir, if it's okay for him, and then we can start off with the specific questions or recent developments or what are the future plans. So we can go ahead in this format if it's okay for all.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, Rahul. I'm Paramjeet Chatha. I'm the founder of Chatha Foods Limited. This company was founded in 1977. So as of now, we are mainly focusing on the non-vegetarian and vegetarian value-added products for the HoReCa segment. We have a total installed capacity as of now of around 8,000 metric tons, 8 lakh kgs as of now. So the main business model we're working on is we work with the QSR, we collaborate with them to develop products to their specific needs, or we also work with the smaller QSRs or with the existing large QSRs to sell our own in-house products which have been developed by us. We have a strong, quality assurance team and product development team which works hand in hand with the QSR to develop all these products as per their requirements and as per their needs. In chicken, we have been in the business for almost 25 odd years now, and working with very trusted vendors, as you would have seen in the presentation, long association of working with companies like Chatha Foods, Shanti, Suguna, to name a few of the trusted chicken vendors. We work with a lot of multinationals for our functional ingredient spices, the likes of Griffith, DuPont, VKL spices, curry ingredients. So for our local spices, we work with DS Foods, we work with Paras spices. For our packaging, we work with Multivac, which is again one of the largest companies. We produce products across the segment other than for the likes of KFC, which does not fall under our portfolio as they deal in raw chicken. But yes, we produce pizza toppings for our pizza customers. We produce sandwich fillings for our sandwich kind of customers. We produce a lot of frozen to fryer products for our customers, which are like nuggets, patties, both in the veg and the non-veg segment. We are BRC certified, which is one of the best or the highest food safety certification in the world, which we got certified recently. Before that, we were like from 2006 to now, we were HACCP certified in 2006. Then we were FSSC 22000 certified, and now we are BRC certified. Obviously, we have the registrations and registered with FDA. FSSAI, of course, is mandatory for us. We keep on getting audited by the government as well. So recently, we raised money for further expansion in the vegetarian segment, where we feel there is a lot of potential. So that's a broad brief about the company.
Yeah. So I'll start off with certain questions which I had.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, I see your capacity utilization for veg product as just 4.21 percentage as of your DRHP.
Yeah.
So any specific, reason behind that particular thing?
When we Wedge is a very recent startup, Rahul. So Wedge was something we started almost towards the end of the COVID period. So this facility was basically set up to produce plant-based products. One is so we are producing those plant-based products for brands like Shakahari, Blue Tribe, Plantway, yeah, several companies in the market.
I think we lost you. We cannot hear you properly.
Now you can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this facility was set up for plant-based products, and veg was a very recent initiation by us, Rahul. So when we say
Okay.
plant-based, so plant-based is more of mock meats. We make products with pea protein, high protein products, which look not look, they taste like meat, and the texture is like meat. So that's what we do. But that actually didn't take off the way it was supposed to all over the world. And veg is where we use potatoes, uh, vegetables to produce value-added products. So that's a very recent startup by us.
Okay, so your capacities are defined as veg and non-veg, but are they interchangeable as well, or what's the scenario? Because the machining and all would have the same kind of procedure, if I'm not wrong.
No, they're totally separate, Rahul.
Okay,
Non-veg is totally separate. Veg is totally separate.
totally separate. And veg would also do your vegan part, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. So veg does both the vegan and the veg part. Of course, chicken is the non-veg is totally separate.
Okay, so if I look at your, utilization and the realization on the volumes,
Mm.
so it would be for non-veg 3.5 lakh per metric ton, right? And veg I see just 0.85 lakh per metric ton. So, why such a big difference? And plant or vegan are around 6 lakh per metric ton. So, I wanted to ask you that why is such a huge difference in this kind of numbers? What's the reason behind it?
The veg should not be 85. Vishal, what would be a veg numbers on an average per metric?
Because
So
Vishal?
veg we would be averaging around 250
Yeah.
250 of what? Can
of of
you?
this total veg and plant-based products.
No, we need to separate out, Vishal. We need to give a separate number for
Yeah,
veg.
because in the
Or
DRHP, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, Rahul,
In the DRHP, you are given veg segment revenues around 16 lakh, and your volume was 18.48 metric ton. So, based out of that, I removed the realization.
yeah. So Rahul, it would be for veg it would be around 220, 230.
Per kg, right?
Yeah, per kg. Correct, correct, correct.
And for non veg,
For non-veg, it would be ranging around 300 odd rupees kgs.
300 to 330. It should range from 300 to 330 rupees per kg.
okay, and plant based would be in the same range of veg.
No, plant-based would be higher. Vishal, plant-based would be
Would
around
be, yeah,
500.
it would be correct, correct. So it would be around averaging around 450 to 500.
Okay, so I think in DRHP, I think okay, it might be a different meter then. Yeah. Then the second thing is I wanted to understand that what are the shelf life of these kind of products? Because if you have your plant located at Mohali, right?
Yeah.
So if we are targeting pan India distribution,
Mhm.
so what would be the shelf life? And you are also targeting exports, as I could see in your DRHP and your
Yes.
presentation as well.
Yes.
So what would be the shelf life of these kind of products?
It's 1 year around.
Okay, 1 year is the shelf life.
1 year at -18. So everything is at -18.
Okay, that's so needed. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's 1
And
year.
how much of your expenses goes into the logistics side, and how will it impact the margins if you go down south or top north or eastern side? So there are a lot of demands all over the QSRs. So yeah, I
Rahul,
wanted to.
when we deal with all the larger QSRs, the
Yeah,
logistics is taken care by them.
by them. Okay, it
Yeah.
it doesn't fall under your booking.
No, everything
And
for
I
us ex
yeah.
factory.
Okay, and I see your gross margin. Can you give me a broad range? I see that in the past 3 years, it was in the range of around 25 to 27 percentage. So, are there any scope of improvement, or it would be in the same range?
There would be a scope of improvement on the overall veg non-veg business combined.
Like if you increase your veg portion, like the capacity utilization is increased, then due
Yes,
to better realization over there.
yes, exactly.
Okay. And this 8 lakh kg, I think 8 lakh kgs, which you mentioned as the capacity. Right. So basically, around how much will be non-veg in this percentage and the number if you can give?
So non-veg is almost like 400 tons per month, 450 tons per month, and veg is 180 tons per month capacity.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So veg is a small unit, Rahul. Veg was a small
Yeah.
unit. It was almost, I would call it a pilot kind of a unit which we set up. So,
Hmm.
seeing the customer response, seeing the customer interest, now we are into veg. So that's the reason funds were raised to further expand the business into the vegetarian segment.
So how much was the exact capex done for this veg, if I'm not, if I can ask you, for the veg expansion?
It was around five odd crores, Rahul.
Okay, 5 crore for a capacity of 80 tons per month, right?
180. 180.
180. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are the new developments that you have done in the past 1 year? Like new client acquisition, or are they into, the signing stage, or any development if you
So
can share?
there's been a lot of new customer acquisition, and even this year there's a lot of new customer acquisition. So I mean, so that's the direction we are working in. That is one of the reasons we started the veg segment as well. Earlier, it was just two large customers that you would see in the DRHP or in a presentation. It was two large customers we are working with.
Yeah.
But last 1 year and this year, we have a lot of other. So there have been some customers who started small with us, and they have gone to 150 store plus kind of account, and they're planning to add 50 stores every year now. And plus, there have been a lot of new acquisitions. Taco Bell is a very new acquisition we've done, customer acquisition we've done. Plus, Burger King has also onboarded us, so that these two large QSRs have been onboarded. Plus, we're working with a lot of the upcoming coffee chains, Blue Turquoise, Third Wave. These are two more large customers. I think which will start business this month or next month.
Okay. So
Plus,
it's sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Plus, we're working with we have already with the vegetarian segment, we already started making more distributors. This quarter, we will add around 40 more distributors in the northern region, which will again be catering to the smaller standalone or medium-sized QSR also. Very localized.
Okay, so if I understand that your business model is like you make the products as you mentioned in the DRHP, you have three kind of business model like concept, manufacturing, concept sharing, manufacturing, and own brands,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wanted to understand the breakup of this thing and what are the margin structure for these three different kinds. Are they in the same range, or are there a lot of
Margin
difference in the?
structures, margin structures, Rahul, would be slightly higher when we say where it is our own brand sales, because that is where we're going to the small, medium-sized QSR. The other two concepts is where the large QSR comes in, concept sharing, concept manufacturing. is when we're talking of the large QSR. So that's where we work hand in hand with their teams to develop concepts, to develop products, what they need, or we showcase to them. But yes, maybe the margins are lower, but then the volumes offset a lot of things in the larger QSR.
Okay, so if your own brand revenue breakup, if you can tell me in percentage right now.
Vishal, can you share that?
Yeah, it is close to 10%, Rahul.
Okay. And we can expect 2%, like 11 odd percent, 8% margins or something like that in own brand.
8%, Rahul. Sorry, I was not able to get 8%.
For example, if your 10% of top line is own brand, so the EBITDA margin profile would be around 8% or 9%, if I'm not wrong, or higher than that.
Correct.
No, it'll be higher than that. Higher than that.
Okay. So, your target focus is to increase your own brands or a contract manufacturing kind of a thing for these QSRs going forward. Like, if I say down 20 FY26 27, what is your target and how easy would it to be achieve that kind of targets?
Rahul, we would be targeting both the segments, plus we'll be targeting exports by 26-27. So exports in the new unit, exports is what we are looking at in a very big way. Obviously, we'll keep targeting. See, we can always keep developing QSR, be it small, be it large. They're always in need of new products, new concepts. So that's an ongoing process. We'll keep targeting that. We are targeting a lot of vegetarian products for our existing customers and the new customers. So that will keep going on. Our own brand growth will also keep going on because that is where we also want to increase our revenue share, bring it to like a 30-35%, 40% odd kind of a revenue from our own brand sales. We get that confidence from having a huge range of vegetarian products also, which we can offer across India. And plus, the major percentage will be coming in from our export-focused business. Export again, we are not planning to do our own brand exports as of now. It's going to be more of a contract manufacturing kind of exports.
Okay. So, with this 8 lakh capacity which you have right now, so what is the max utilization which we can expect? Like 80%, 85, or what's the ideal utilization level for your plant?
I think 80% is the max we should do in our kind of industry.
Okay, 80%.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But in our existing facility, we have one full shift extra with us. So at the moment, we're running this both the veg and the non-veg facility for 10 hours. And yes, as the business grows, we plan to go up to 18 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with this capacity which you are planning, and if I take a math, I'm just doing a math number right now.
Sure.
With 8 lakh of capacity and your average realization of around 380 to 400, because higher proportion is the non-veg still, which will be, we can expect a top line number of around 350, 400 CR, depending on your cash conversion and everything. So I wanted to have a gauge of that particular number.
Well, Rahul, I suggest you have to do your own maths.
Yeah.
Confirmation
Yeah.
is a difficult thing to come by
Yeah.
because the plant is under construction.
Okay.
Till they go to public in terms of commercialization and what do you call it, as Mr. Chatha said, the capacity utilization and ultimate sales.
So,
This will be still theory.
Rahul, all we can tell you
Yeah.
all I can tell you is that
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, because it will be. Yeah. Okay.
what I can disclose, Rahul, you can do your own
Yeah.
math. Is by 27-28, the new facility we plan to run it double shift. We are quite
Double
confident.
check. Okay. I think I cannot. I think I'm having an echo right now.
What he mentioned is by FY27, 26,
Mhm.
27, they would like to have a double shift in the new capacity as well as the existing capacity.
Okay.
So that's
And
the kind of number of growth you can actually look at and you can do the math.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I get your
Thanks
point.
for your time.
And one more thing is I see that you have drastically improved in your receivable days, and the cash conversion is also very great right now. So if you increase your export share, will there be an impact on this particular side as well?
Rahul, that's something we'll have to learn. We don't export as of now, but
Okay,
that's
okay,
something
okay.
we'll have to
But
learn. We'll have to go through the graph.
okay, and any of your competitors right now, they do this particular kind of a business, or are you only one planning, or
The only company which is like in our kind of model, Rahul, as a thumb rule, who does QSR and exports. Obviously, Tasty Bites is there, but they don't do
Yeah,
non. But
yeah, you have mentioned that.
I think
Yes.
Tasty Bites is the only company which is doing exports and QSR as well. So that's the only company we could see as a peer, and we've mentioned that.
Okay. And I wanted to understand something about the industry. If you can mention that, like what is the addressable market? What's the what's the growth expected over the next 3 to 4 years or 5 years? I know we can map it through the QSR thing, but then I wanted to know that how much of the QSR change take their raw materials, like what you supply is their raw materials. So what proportion and what is the growth expected? If you can give some ballpark number for this.
Rahul, see, we can just talk about our business. In the chicken business, we have been growing at approximately 8 to 10, 5 to 10% every year. So we expect to keep doing that.
Hmm.
Veg will not be a single digit growth. It will be a much larger growth than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Gunmin, if you have questions.
Yeah. Hi, Paramjit ji.
Hi, Gunjan.
Yeah. So, just understanding the business model, 800,000 is our capacity right now. So, out of that, how much is veg and vegan?
Well, Vishal, can you give the annual numbers, please?
Yeah, sure, sir. So, hi, Gurmeet. So, non-veg is around 5,560 metric ton, and veg is somewhere around 20 to 80 metric ton.
That's per day capacity.
No, it is annual capacity.
Okay, I'm not clear on the capacity. Can you come again?
Yeah, Gurmeet. So, for veg, it is 2,300 metric tons approximately per annum, and for non-veg, it is 5,600 metric ton per annum.
Okay, 5,600 metric ton. All right.
Yeah.
And these both facilities are in the same are under the same roof, right?
They're in the same premises, Gunjan, but they're two separate units.
Got it. Got it. So you raised equity in the IPO to expand your vegetarian capacity.
Yes.
So what would that be after the full expansion, and when would that be completed?
The expansion we plan to close before the next financial year.
FY26, is it?
25.
No,
This
25.
financial.
25.
Okay. And
Within
what
this,
would be
within
yeah
this.
within
So
this?
no, Gunman, that will be a totally physically separate setup altogether.
Okay.
It's
It is nearby, but
Okay.
totally separate.
a
What would be
total
the capacity of that?
9,000 metric tons.
Okay. Okay. And what is your current capacity utilization?
So in chicken, we are at around 60, 65. Vishal, if I'm not wrong, 65.
Yeah, sure.
That's with two shifts.
No, 10 hours. 10 hours.
Two 10-hour shifts, correct?
One 10 hour shift.
110.
Okay.
And veg, we are this year
At
we will
around
be
30%. Yeah.
also at around 60% capacity utilization.
So I just wanted to understand the dynamics of this 1 hour or 1 10-hour shift. So just as a layman, if I were to break it down, invariably your capacity utilization is just 30% then if you have two 10-hour shifts.
No, we can't do two 10-hour shifts, Gurmeet. We'll have to go into two 8-hour shifts.
Okay.
Yeah. So we say a 10-hour shift because 1 hour pre-ops and 1 hour post-ops is where we do the cleaning maintenance, and actual production is only happening for 8 hours.
Okay, so then maximum you would be at 16 hours. So that would take your capacity utilization to how much? 80%, like you said.
Yes, yes.
Okay, got it. And on the new additions that you were talking about of the client on the Blue Tokai side and your third wave, what are the kind of products you're offering to them?
It's both chicken and veg.
Both chicken and veg.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're more like sandwich fillers, sides.
Yeah. So in 2 to 3 years down the line, what would be our customer mix? How would the customer mix look like? Because today 71% is coming from Domino's and Subway, right?
Customer mix, if we talk of QSR, I think we intend to have 40% of our own brand sales within 2 years.
Which is currently at?
10%.
Which is currently at 10%.
Okay. And what is the brand that you are marketing?
If you look at our this year numbers, I think Subway and Domino's are 70%, our brand, and other QSR sale is 30%. So that's where we've grown in other QSR and our own brand sales last year.
Okay. And
So from 90% Subway and Domino's is 70% now, because we've grown in some other brands, Taco Bell, Walk Express, Chinese Walk, they call it Chinese Walk, Nick Baker's, Burger Sing. So these are our other customers who've grown now.
Yeah. And what is the brand that you are marketing your own products with?
We're just marketing it under Chatha Foods Limited only, because we're just doing institutional packs. We're not doing any retail packs.
Okay. So just explain how this works, because I thought own brand would be available in your retail stores.
No. When we say own brand, it's just a term we use for ourselves. Own brand sales means Chatha Foods product. So we just even brand it as Chatha Foods. We don't have a particular brand name.
Okay.
So even on the packs, it's branded as Chatha Foods, because we've been in the industry for 25 years. People know us as Chatha Foods. So we're just trying to,
No. What is the end use for the institutional clients? Are they using it? They're repackaging it, selling it?
No. Gurmeet. So we are just reaching out to a lot of small, medium-sized QSR. When we say own brand, they are the products which we have developed for ourselves. They are not developed for, as we work with a Domino's or a Subway. The products are developed for them as a collaboration.
Their own SKU. They will have their own limited SKU.
Yes. So they will work on the recipes, they'll work on the concept, and we will work together with them to develop products. That's how the larger QSR works.
Got it.
When we say own brand, the products are developed by us. The end use is we go to a lot of small, medium burger joints, wrap joints, pizza joints, multiple product selling joints. So they use our products in their burgers, in their wraps, in their sandwiches, on the pizzas, or as sides.
So how do you plan to take this to 40% in the next 2 to 3 years? Is it a distribution play, or is it a?
One, veg is shaping up very nice, very nice, better than what we expected. Two is all these years we were we had not expanded to any other region of the country other than North. We were just present in Punjab, Chandigarh, and Delhi NCR. Goa was the market what we were doing. So this year we plan to, by the end of the year, we plan to reach out across India with our products.
Okay.
Yeah. And vegetarian products obviously are going to play a very, very important role in that, because when we talk of small QSR, region-based QSR, so vegetarian veg burger patties where they sell a 40 rupee burger or a 30 rupee burger is kind of the market we are also targeting.
Got it. And just an update on these vegan plant-based products. What is the offtake over here? Because what we've learned to understand is that is something that is not picking up.
No, it is not. It is not. I'll agree with you. But yes, it's picking up very gradually. I would say it's not picking up at all. So we are working with almost all the major brands, other than the brand owned by Janelia and Ritesh Deshmukh. I think Blue Tribe, we are producing for